Yeah, yeah. I always just take one glance at the lineup and then one glance at which side is,
Yeah.
left, and then just go off that. If they match up, it's regular.
According to
So
the
let's take a
bot,
look, guys.
yeah, take us in, baby.
Let's take a look at Game 3 of our international first group battle for B. This is RESIN and CL. RESIN NA's #1 team. CL is China's, actually look like #8.
Correct.
So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the setup here. We have our first Havrask of the day. That's Triarch in a range rudder built
I
Hava,
like the
which is
rudder
fun.
build.
And then we've got, it's fun. And kind of fixes some of the problems that Wargaming did with the Nerf hammer to it before. But
Yeah.
anyway, we got Eco Lance's Delny as well as Grozovoy. They're all heading towards the decap here on Land of Fire. So they're trying to get themselves set up to get that cap quickly and possibly roll into the C cap or the D cap. We got a Svea, that's Legend of Formula. This time he's going with friends instead of alone. Behind them all is Big Six's Stalingrad. That's a reload Stalingrad and both battleships. That's Peyton the Rockhider's St. Vincent and Fivag's Kremlin. Really like seeing the idea of putting two battleships on one side. It gives you an idea. Resin is going hard for CD push. I like that. To hold the middle, we've got that Formula Svea. We've got Mabuki Stalingrad with reload, and then we've also got Hungary as Salem going off by himself. I don't like the idea of a Salem going off by himself, but
I don't either. But we'll see how it plays out because as we look over the CL spawn to the south, they're making, frankly, the same kind of decision. They've got a 6-ship element here, fully 2/3 of their team headed over to the islands around the CD cap, led off here by Coffee's Lushun with range on his guns. A little surprising. I wouldn't have expected that. Kid is Delny, a more typical gun reload build there, and Fatsy's Ragnar, backed up by Shalomo's Marseille here. He's running outnumbered. Well, guess what? He ain't going to be outnumbered. Eminon's St. Vincent and Montana's Xbox. All of the firepower from both of these teams, all 4 battleships headed to the 8-9 line, Zath. We're holding Maruku's Lushun in mid, backed up by Mortis's Stalingrad here with a range build. And all the way by himself, Darling's Svea alone at the A-cap. Now, I'm not going to lie, Zath. If both of these teams figure out how weak this A-flank is, I like the idea of Salem versus Svea. I would definitely like the Salem in that engagement.
Well, sure. The problem with Salem is you've got 2 different consumables that you go on, both of which counter the Svea in different ways, right? The radar obviously counters the smoke, but the hydro counters the torpedoes. And the problem is you can't take both of those in a Salem. So I think it's going to be difficult seeing him pushing into this Svea as difficulty coming from Kitaboy's Delny coming under sustained fire early on in their cap.
Yep. Managing to dodge the torpedoes, but taking a huge chunk of his health, having to burn one of those heals early here. More radar going up. They're going to try and pick these guys up, but I'm not sure what kind of shells they're going to get downrange on them.
No, but the important thing is that they delayed the cap, right? So Resin was able to grab the C cap, and because of these resets, CL still doesn't have the D cap, and that's going to allow Resin to begin that point generation, and it's going to put a clock, and it's a long clock, but it's still a clock. It's still a timer of 18 minutes. Got to do something.
Yep, does allow them to at least move out to a small lead early. Here about 30-ish points or so. But man, look how much firepower is assembled in this right-hand side of the map.
Well, and I commented about this last weekend, but we saw the last iteration of King of the Sea. A lot of teams, especially on this map, going hard for the C and D caps because it's a smaller part of the map that they control, and you can use these islands as a way to kind of buffer yourself to defend. So if you can win this side of the map, you have interior lines. It's easier for you to move ships from one part to the other part to defend. Therefore, more difficult for the enemy to push in.
Yep, very much so. Big Six's Stalingrad, the early pick target here for CL. They're trying to farm him out as quickly as they can. He's trying to find himself some cover, but he shouldn't back up too far. We'll see how that shakes out.
Well, yep. I'm sure that Mortis of Stalingrad is just looking for these shots. Yep, he's looking exactly at the Stalingrad.
He knows the potential there if Big Six sticks his stern a little too far out behind that island. Mad Dog's Grozavoy now rotating towards mid as they've pulled Maruku's Lushun off the B cap, and he's headed over to A. They see Hungria now as well, and I'm sure Resin has now sussed out that Darling Svea is over there.
Right. I do like how CL manages to get their Marseille all the way up to that fidget spinner island already.
Mm-hmm.
I
what?
think the biggest problem, when you shove that boat up there, is you have to have a plan for an exit or whatever. I mean, he's got a good shot from there on Big Six's Stalingrad. That's about it.
I'm not going to lie. If I'm Peyton, the possibility of just pushing this guy out of position is a little tempting. Now, he probably doesn't know that Kiddisdelny is over there to prevent exactly that maneuver, but the point remains that Marseille is a bit vulnerable right there to getting pushed by a battleship in the face.
Right. Exactly. Now, meanwhile, CL isn't just sitting around. They've also rotated their Lucian. He's kind of playing sweeper between A and B caps, just luck-chucking torpedoes as he can. But I don't think that's going to prevent Resin from grabbing the A cap. Hungary is in a very nice position to just walk forward, and they're going to need this cap because Big Six is about to die.
Well,
but so is Coffee's Lucian.
Yeah, Coffee was out there in the open water, like trading shots with these guys, maybe being a little too bold. These ladder shots coming in are all missing. They've got him lit again. There comes the Stalingrad radar. That's Big Six's radar. Big Six was the early pick target, but now they know they have an opportunity to clear Coffee off the board. They're going to try and take it here. They're going to hit him again. Yep. He's healing.
Yep. Now remember, this is a slow tick, long duration heal. As Peyton goes down.
Peyton tried to push, and I think the Delny was there waiting for him, or the Marseille just citadeled the crap out of him, but he doesn't go completely. He does at least get the Delny.
Oh. Yeah, so the Delny got 47,500 damage on the St. Vincent torpedoes.
So there you go. So the Delny got at least one rack of torps into him. The Delny was there to prevent exactly that play, and it worked. So now Resin down a battleship here as they've brought some smoke in for Big Six. And Mad Dog does successfully grab the B cap.
Very interesting to see all this unfold. Part of it is because the Stalingrad position that, for Big Six, it's just such a common position.
Yeah. You have to have a plan for how you're going to deal with it, if you're playing from the south spawn on this map, because he's going to be there.
Right.
All right, the smoke expiring on Big Six. His next repair is 30 seconds away. His next heal is 50 seconds away. Yeah. But he is actually not spotted right now.
No, that smoke was exactly what Resin needed to keep Big Six alive.
Mad Dog's Grozavoy now making his way over towards the A cap. It feels a little bit like maybe CL is playing a little too passively, Zath. They're giving up all of this board control and allowing these teams allowing Resin to grab these caps. They're not even really making a play for them.
Right, and this is the part that can really bite them in the rear.
Yeah, if Mad Dog is allowed to grab A and suddenly Resin is ticking up a 2-cap advantage, this can get away from CL very quickly.
I mean, it's already 6 minutes to victory, so that just really just turns the knife on them.
Well, let's see what happens. Mad Dog's onto the A cap now, and so in my mind, if you're CL, man, time's ticking. You need to make a play here.
So what's that play going to be? I mean, honestly, you got to shove the Lucian in. He's got his heal available.
I mean, they're finally pushing up the 10 line, but they're so far. They're still not close to the cap. They're going to pick up Big Six eventually, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done it yet. He does get through his next heal. He's still alive in there.
That's his last heal. Big Six is no longer able to heal any incoming damage. And there's 2 sticky fires.
They may kill him, but he has traded his ship very dearly and lasted a long time in that spot. It's now 3 minutes from a RESIN win as they have a 2-cap advantage here because it just feels like CL's being just a little too passive.
You know what's interesting? I'm looking at Big Six's Stalingrad right now, 136,000 in ticking damage received. There he goes. He's only done 42,000 damage in return. So essentially, he got value just being the tank and everybody shooting
there.
at him.
Yep, just being there.
And obviously radaring.
And so with that kill, right, CL grabs some points, but it only buys them 30 seconds. And when they lose this Marseille, and they're about to lose the Marseille, they just coughed it right back up. Yep. So once again, under 3 minutes and counting here, CL needs to step on a cap. They're trying to bring Maruku's Lushun in, but they know he's there. The Stalingrad has him on radar.
Oh, yeah. Hydro is up now. You can see Mabuki saying, I'm Hydroed. Immediately, Mad Dog immediately dives off. Away.
Yep, Mad Dog giving him space so he doesn't wander into that Hydro himself. As the Ragnar and the Stalingrad are also here at B as well. And now, but also check out Eagle Lance. They've figured out how much has been rotated to mid.
He's going to walk into D.
He's just going to walk into D. Basically uncontested. Emanon can't do anything about it. And Coffee would be suicidal to take that gunfight.
Yeah, but you know what? He's going to have to.
He's going to get it because now they can see Eagle Lance on the surface. And soon, in just a moment, that is going to be returned. I can't imagine a world where Coffee's able to completely dodge this. He's not. And here we go.
Yeah, and you can see the value in radio location right there. Eagle Lance knew exactly where to point his guns. So as soon as Coffee showed up, bam, he fired.
Yep. Really, really heads-up play there from Eagle. Realizing he had a free run at the decap because of how much crap CL had shoved into the middle of the map because they were realizing what you and I kept talking about. They had to get on one of these caps.
Yep. 2.5 minutes to go.
Time ticking away for CL. Triarch's Habarovsk now in a position to deny this St. Vincent push as he's continuing to try to move up the 10 line. Emanon's coming quick.
Look at the Lucian. Maruku's trying a desperation play here with his Pitas.
Maruku
trying. Coming out in front of the Mukuki, though.
Well, he's got him into the water. He's probably going to get this kill. They
can't afford it to be a trade. That's the problem.
Yeah, they needed it to not be a trade, but that's exactly what it was. Not a good trade, as now... Check out, the Habarovsk goes down, but not before he does it. He puts some good damage into Emanon here. CL still down. Again. Go ahead.
Resin up with the extra 2 caps, although Fasty's Ragnar trying to get to A desperately. And Mad Dog is staying outside of detection range from Xbox's Montana, so he's just going to play with them.
Emanon now in a very awkward position as Legend Svea should easily be able to clean up Coffee here.
Yeah.
And the question is, can he dodge the inevitable torpedo salvo? He might take one here. He will, but it's not going to be enough to kill him.
Importantly, he goes dark right as Emanon shows up.
Correct. He uses the smoke to cover his retreat so that Emanon has no shots and can't pop him like a balloon. The Ragnar is going to grab A. That's going to buy CL some time, but we're still under 60 seconds here. And, man, I can't imagine a world where Feva doesn't just punch out this St. Vincent here in a minute.
Yeah. I liked how Emanon tried to use his little funny torpedo on Kiva D's Kremlin. Just missed.
There it is.
That's it, baby.
RESIN with a really solid win here in Game 3. An early lead, some heads-up play on board control, and carries them across the finish line.
That it does. Oh, I got a do a couple of things in our fun little program here.
Yep. Just did all of that. Hit all the buttons, and then I can push this button.
Then you push this button, and everything looks great. And
Hey-o.
then you push this button, and it all blows up in your face.
Hey-o. All right.